All right, chat, give me 1 second. I'm going to get ready to get started. Thanks for being patient. All right, chat, give me 1 second here. I'm just posting that. We're going live on all the socials. Give me a second here. I'm going to post on Facebook. We're posting out the tweet right now. I don't know if Crutch is in here. Crutch, are you here? Crutch, are you here? Thanks, Smitty. I didn't have that. I didn't have it open. I think I tabbed over to like a DM. Thank you, Smitty. I'm waiting for it to finish sending the post. Come on, come on, Tweeter X. Sending post at 99% right now is what it's saying. Come on. So it says uploading. Come on. Come on, X. It's taking a minute, chat. I apologize. We're almost there. Oh, there we go. It's live. Boom. There we go. Chat. Boom. There you go, chat. I'm going to pin that. Boop. Upload suspended. Already uploaded. Why? What are you doing? Yeah, it's weird. It's saying like on my app that it's still uploading. All right, I think we're good. I think we're good. Let me go post this over on Facebook, and then we get started, guys. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. What's up, Corey? Book face? What? Good morning. Good morning, chat. Welcome in. How we doing? Yes, this is working. What's up, Stopa? How we doing? Corey, good morning. Smitty, thank you, sir. Kron artist, welcome in. I have a kidney I can trade in on a rig like this, but I don't see it as an option. I don't know if a firm will take it. Maybe pay tomorrow. Maybe organs tomorrow. I don't know. How we doing, chat? Welcome in. I hope you're having a great start to or middle of your week. Good morning, Trenton. How we doing? We got absolutely beautiful PC build here today. Beautiful. What's up, Matt? How we doing over there? Matt, I think we saw you. I saw you in the queue, I believe, brother. I think I have you in the queue for some for the sales queue for a PC. Hope you're doing well today. If you have any questions, feel free to ask while you're here. What's up, Ladarian? How we doing? Guys, if you see me reading, I'm reading all of our chat. So we have obviously we multi-stream Twitch, Kick, YouTube, and X. X, I don't see a lot of the X comments. So guys, if you're on X, you want to interact with us. It's hard to integrate that into the multi-stream chat that I have here. So come over here and chat with us on either YouTube, Kick, or Twitch, please. I don't mean any disrespect by that. But I can see everybody there over on YouTube and X and everything here. Easy McPeasy. We've got an absolutely beautiful FPS build here today, guys. We're talking 9850X3D. We're talking RTX 5090, 48 gigs of 6000 CL28 RAM. 2 terabyte Gen 5 drive, all the goodies for an absolutely monster FPS build, and we're putting it in an absolutely stunning case in the APNX V2. I mean, it's a crazy build. I'm going to give you an idea of what this PC. This is, I believe it's right around almost close to 6K PC. I mean, this is a behemoth. You think about the GPUs alone are so expensive, you know. Let's be real. Oh yeah. I remember seeing that. Yep. This is around. Let me see. Yeah, it's like with shipping, like $6,500. It's a big case. Tax, everything like that. It's a big case. But absolutely stunning one. APNX V2. Add some extra RGB in it. It's gonna look chef's kiss. So without further ado, thanks, Smitty. Thank you for posting on both, Smitty. Specs, exclamation point build, 9850X3D. So we're talking the best potential, I mean, basically the best CPU you can get. It's just a bin 9800X3D, but it's 9850X3D. We've got 48 gigs of RAM with 6,000 CL28 timings coming over from Patriot. That's their Viper RAM. I believe, let's go to our good friend Shrimsy. If you guys don't know PUBG, please go to Shrimsy. He's already got a really good PC, but his brother wanted his old PC, so he's like, I need the best PC I can get now. So he's actually going to put, I think I have him on a 6,000 CL26 kit. He's going to throw in this one and give the 6,000 CL28 to his brother. So I mean, he's got, I mean, it's a little bit different because I think he's been in like either Thermaltake, Evo. He's like, I want a different case. He's like, what can we do? It's pretty cool. I'm like, how about I put you in a case that you probably haven't seen before? And the APNX V2 is chef's kiss. So he's got some goodies. I believe he's, like I said, I think he's just switching the RAM. I told him to switch the RAM out, but I want to get this done today so we can get it packed out tomorrow so we can have it hopefully probably by Saturday. I know he's playing this. He's playing PCS, I think, this week. I was trying to get it for his PCS, but he's got the next 2 weekends. So as long as he gets it this weekend or Monday, he can get dialed in all next week. That way he's ready to go for the I think he's got 2 more weeks of PCS. So everyone, TRYX is so good. They have the best pumps right now. That's why, Smitty. They have the best pipe. They have the best pumps. So right now, in terms of how we build our PCs, it's going to be A13s are a standard now from MSI, which are actually really, really good. I can cool 9950Xs. I can cool 9800. 9800X3D is barely skipping at 60 degrees. They barely skip. Like the A13 is that's why we have all the Synspot logos on them, because we switched all of our AIOs to the A13s from MSI. We have 240s. We have in 360s. We have both black and white, which is nice, and they look good and they function phenomenally. So we use the A13s as our standard entry level pump. Now, if you want to do blackout, we can actually put Arctic fans on it and just have the Synspot illuminated in like white, so it still looks really good. So that's what we have to do a blackout option when we use those. And then we have obviously then from there, we go to TRYX and Panorama, the Stage, stuff like that. So they are the premium option right now. There are other options out there if you want to look at like AIOs and LCD coolers, but the one we're using today, the Stage, is just so. What's up, Neelish? What's up, Dark? Dark Helmet, guys. Welcome over on YouTube. How you guys doing? Yeah, so without further ado, I'm going to go over the build station. We're going to get started. I got to get mic'd up. I do have to switch the batteries really quick. So what are your thoughts on gaming laptops? Have they gotten better over the years? Can they be better built now? Are they not really future proof? So the thing about gaming laptops is you can't upgrade them. Everything's usually soldered, so you can't upgrade them. I appreciate that, Neil. Appreciate that. Yeah, you tell me what your setup is. We always have those conversations while I'm building. So I have a screen over here and I have a screen over here on the side. So faults most of the time they're soldered, Smitty. Stop it. Smitty would know. Smitty's also very knowledgeable about what he has as well. Smitty works as what's your title, Smitty? Is that manager or director? Someone nice in the IT space. So don't let them fool you. RT Freezer Pro, MSI RTX 5080, 9800X3D. Yeah. You can't. The upgrade paths of laptops are very hard to be able to upgrade. Only certain brands have upgrade paths. Most of them you're pretty much set in stone on what you're on. You usually have like an NVMe drive. Network admin does zero networking, pretty much, yeah. You pretty much set in stone what you get at a laptop. Have they gotten better in terms of cooling and functionality? Yes, they've gotten better. We do offer them on our website now with financing options for people who need to get them. We have like 6 options, I believe, on our website. Our ones we usually keep in stock between Asus and MSI. We might even have Gigabyte on there. I think we have a Gigabyte, but they're really, really good. So check those out. Without further ado, I want to get mic'd up. I'll get over to the build station to get started. Your MacBook gets hot as, I'm going to guess that says probably hot as F. Yes. MacBooks shouldn't get that hot though. It depends on what kind of MacBook you're on, Marines. I actually use a MacBook Air. I'm not gonna lie to you. I use a MacBook Air when I'm traveling. They're so efficient. I mean, I'm not gonna hate on Mac products. The MacBooks are pretty much damn bulletproof for what they are. Yeah, I have an older like 2016 one that I have. I'm probably gonna give it to my daughter, and I'm gonna use my. I have an M2 Air. That's just so good. That's what I meant, Smitty. Almost all of them are soldered. The GPUs. What about the GPUs, Smitty? Smart guy. He's always messing with me, chat. If you guys don't know, Smitty's been a mod of mine for like 6 years. I can't even get rid of him if I wanted to. So, all right, without further ado, I'm gonna get over to the build station to get started on today's build. What is going on? Our mail system is being weird today. I don't know why. Sorry, I'm checking yeah, we got are we getting bot hit right now? Yeah, we're getting bot hit right now somehow on our server. Yay. Yeah, we unboxed everything. We do the whole 9. We have an ad starting right now. I'm going to run the ad really quick, chat, on Twitch. While we get ready to get started, I'm going to get mic'd up and I'll get over to the build station. I'll give you guys a front close of all the parts, and then I'll see you guys over there in just a few seconds while I get my mic. All right, let's get started. All right, you guys should hear me. These batteries, they're in my lav mic that you see me wear behind the build station, are getting kind of used up, so I need to switch them really quick. So give me a second, chat, and I'll switch these batteries in, and I'll be right over. All right, I'm micing myself up. Battery swapped. Got to clip the, there you go, clipped it in the pocket. All right. My fan on because it's hot in here. We in central Pennsylvania can't get constant weather. We're going from 50s to 40s to 70s to 80s to 20s. Like, come on. All right. How do we sound, chat? Sound good? Sound clear? You guys ready to build? You guys ready to build? We got all the juice, all the power, all the parts for a monster FPS build today, guys. The juicy build today. We drop our CPU, not worries. It's packaged fine. You got the goods? Thank you, Corey. I'll message you here later. I'd like to come grab that today. I want to do that ASAP. ASAP. Another build every day. What's up? Every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Brandon. All right. Let's go top down and get started, chat. Let's go. $9850X3D, 2 terabyte 710, and our 48 gigs of 6000 CL28. Some spicy RAM. He's on even spicier timings right now. He's on 6000 CL26, which shouldn't be a problem on this board with the newest BIOS, along with a 9850X3D, which is pretty much a binge CPU. So, weather has been weird in Central PA, to say the least. We had like summer weather like a week ago, and then all of a sudden it's like boom, like late fall kind of vibes. You know, it's like really chilly, kind of like, ugh, you know? We had that. We had that. I didn't see Camry Boy. Hell yeah, I came back from deployment and had to splurge money, so I treated myself. Let's go. Welcome back. Welcome back. Thank you for your service. I was in the gym yesterday. Ran into a mom that was working out, and she had on a Wounded Warrior Project shirt. I had to give her a big thumbs up for that. I'm like, we've done some really cool stuff with Wounded Warriors. We've raised thousands of dollars for them on streamathons and things like that. So I gave her a thumbs up. Say I like what you're wearing. I like the cause, supporting our veterans. Something we're big about here at SenseBuilt. Active duty veterans, first responders, teachers. Appreciate everything that you guys do for us. So I give her a big thumbs up at the gym. Here for another beautiful PC build. Welcome in, guys. Welcome. YouTube is popping off today. Appreciate you all being here. I can't see how many people see how people are watching this, but I know we usually get a couple dozen at a time. It's hotter in Philippines recently, even though it's often hot in this country. Yeah, I heard Philippines get pretty toasty. No lie, I definitely have heard that. Pop the top. Socket looks good. Let's get this 9850X3D down and in. There we go, down and in. All good there. All right, put the box in the motherboard. So he has that. Now your support doesn't go unnoticed. Yeah, we appreciate it. We appreciate all the things that our active duty does. I am no stranger to mentioning that here on the stream, so appreciate all you do, sir. Him or her. I didn't see their name. I don't want to assume. He or she. Better start saying Bismillah. I have no idea what that means. I won't say that, unfortunately. I won't say words I don't really understand, especially in other languages. No offense. All right. 2 terabyte T710. This is a Gen 5 drive from Crucial with DRAM. Speeds up to 14.5 gigabytes a second. This is a super fast drive from Crucial. Good warranty. I believe it's a 5-year warranty. A 5-year warranty as well. So we've been using some Crucial drives. They have kept their pricing down because they've been making all of them and they're pretty much done making them. On top of that, they will be warranting them. So until they're stopped being made for consumers, we'll still use them. Apparently, though, they're going to be reaching out to system integrators and offering a enterprise-grade solution soon. So I will see what Crucial does for that. Only reason for that is because, no offense to Kingston, I love you, but your SSD pricing is through the roof and unattainable for us to use and support right now. So we're really using Kingston memory. Storage, using the NV3 only. We're trying to upgrade a lot of our customers to like the T710s, the 990 Evos from Samsung, stuff like that. We're pricing is a little bit cheaper than Kingston and still having a really reliable and fast speed product. So I'm trying to be as best as we can, do the best things we can do for our customers. I think I've mentioned it before, with pricing being all over the place and volatile, and to be honest with you, I don't see things getting potentially better anytime soon. Everybody's like, AI bubble needs to pop. If you look back at the Super Bowl in February, every other commercial was AI-based or AI integration. I don't think AI is going to change. I don't think the demand for SSD and memory is going to decrease. I know some companies are saying they are not fulfilling their orders, but other companies are going to step up to the plate and order that. I think we're going to see pricing continue to stay higher than we've ever had it, because there's going to be a need for that in those industries and those verticals. Data centers are being built everywhere right now. So I think that we're going to see consumer pricing just stay higher than we've been expected it to be. I don't think we're going to see it decrease much. And I'm just being honest with you. So the pricing we're going to see now is going to be pretty similar to where it's going to stay for quite some time, in my opinion. I don't like it, because who doesn't want to be able to build an amazing PC for $1,500? Now those amazing PCs for $1,500, $1,600 now cost $2,000. Those PCs that cost $1,800 cost $2,500. It's just how it's going to be. It's making PC gaming be more of a privilege and a luxury than unfortunately it should be. But that's why we've worked with like Affirm and Pay Tomorrow to offer really good financing to make it a little bit more obtainable for everybody. It's not a really fun place to be in as a system integrator, because we have the slimmest margins we can ever have, and we're having the least amount of inquiries and purchasing. So we're trying to navigate this as best we can, to be honest with you. It's not been fun, you know. I've got friends and family that are in this space. I have friends, like almost family, that are in this space that are hurting considerably. There's other companies that are laying off people like crazy. We've kept everybody on, and it's been tough for a lot of people. So it's really hard to build those PCs for cheap anymore, guys. I'm just being honest with you. Like, we try to do everything we can. I see the Reddits where people who are going into Micro Center and Costco's now, and all their PC prices gone through the roof again, because to be honest with you, all those iBuy powers, the cyber power PCs that you saw cheap are pre-tax season are all been eaten up. And what's being put back in stores now are the newer pricing of where these companies had to go buy memory for 2026 at the newer levels, and the prices of these pre-built systems have gone up tremendously. Like PCs that used to cost $1,600, $1,700 at Costco are now like $3,000, and people are like scrambling. Oh my God! I'm like, this is what it's going to be like now. So we're going to continue to try and offer the best pricing possible, offer financing solutions, obviously through our partners, PayPal, Pay Tomorrow, Affirm, and we're working with Catapult soon. So we're continuing to try and keep that pricing as efficient and as tight as we can, because it's always volatile, you know. And we're trying to offer rebates when we can. We're always looking at the pricing every Monday to see if there's any kind of rebates. Shout out to Gigabyte for giving us rebates when we can, so we can pass out savings on to the consumer. And we're going to try to do that whenever we can. So I just want to be transparent, honest with you guys. Yeah, it's where it's going to be. So when you guys go out and tell your friends and family where to buy a PC, please make sure to sell stints built. Buy local, buy small. When you guys go and buy a pre-built PC, that inevitably we've had to fix so many of them. You spend more money in the long run because you got to get stuff fixed. Coolers, power supplies, cheap stuff that cheaps out. Buy right the first time if it's going to be a more premium PC, because we got to make sure to put the right parts in it too. So just like to be transparent with everybody. You guys know that. So let's get back to the build. We have to get the stage out. We got to get our standoffs in place. So yeah, you know, people pay these prices now because there's a need for it, and now when there's a lower availability, they're gonna have to they're gonna have to pay the inflated pricing too. That's just what it is. It's not fun, Smitty. I literally have two good friends in this space that are smaller builders like ourselves. One of them almost went out of business because they're not selling. Luckily, we have a pretty good tight-knit community that they know where to buy from, and they come to see us. But I mean, to be fair, everybody struggles, you know. So, I mean, a lot of companies are gonna crash, man.
for sure, man. Yeah, building amazing pizza for $1,500, those are long gone. Yep. I mean, you can still build decent ones for like 2K, but the $1,500 monsters for 4K and 1440p gaming, it's gonna be hard. You're gonna have to look at like 9060 XTs, 6-core CPUs, because the memory and the SSD is the big part of that. 32 gigs of RAM and a 1 terabyte SSD, you're looking at $600 right there. $600 to $700 depending on where you get it from and what speeds you're getting, you know? So, yeah, it's crazy. Then you got a power supply, at least $100 for a decent one. A good motherboard, at least $120 to $130 for a good one. A CPU, at least $200 for a good one. The GPU prices have gone up, even with a 16 gig, 9060s are like $500 now. They used to be like high 3s, low 4s. So everything's gone up. Like there's no way to build a monster PC for the set prices anymore, and it's unfortunate. Corey, I might have an upgrade for you. I do have I have a 1200K out here, Corey. That might be a good upgrade for you without breaking the bank. That I got as a trade-in if you're interested in it. All right, Intel. Where's my AMD brackets? There they are. All right, AM5. Go top down, guys. It's wild, but cheaper to build pews these days. Yeah, you can build guns cheaper than PCs. That is saying something, my good friends. It is saying something. All right, our AMD standoffs, our AM5. $900X3D, 5080. The only downfall I will say right now, I love ASRock products, but on AMD, they are a risk. So just make sure to stay on top of your BIOS for those ASRock boards. Dark Helmet, I mean, they make great stuff, but their motherboards and their BIOSes have been very, very, very finicky, so please be careful there. All right. Atlas and Patrick, thanks for the follows over there, guys. Appreciate that. I don't think my follows are updating right now, so I apologize if I don't see everything up there. I think my alerts my alerts are a little off right now. All right, there we go. Need standoffs for that. Do not need those. Wow, they have that's a nice metal backplate, chat. They give you nice metal backplate. A lot of them use plastic. TRYX, no, they use metal. Like that. All right, move the cooler aside. I was getting the standoffs in place. Standoffs are in place. Now we get our memory in next. I need to keep our bracket out. I will put all the bag of extra parts in the motherboard box. I will slide that motherboard to the right a little bit. You know, you're getting quite a bit of glare over the overhead. I do have an overhead light that you guys see right here. Here's the camera. Here's the light. So that's why it's bright. So it's slide this way ever so slightly so it's not blinding you with the reflection. There we go. All right. Get the memory. Now, I believe, like I said before, it's going to our good friend Shrimsy for the Falcons. I know esports is going to Mr. Shrimsy. I was watching them do scrims last night, and they played really well. They're getting a bunch of top 3s, top 2s. I didn't see if they got a win because I only watched for about an hour, but it was fun watching them play from their POV. In scrims. It's really cool to watch. But he's going to most likely swap in his 6000 CL20 kit, but I'm going to put in this beautiful Viper kit. I mean, the matte black with the gloss and the RGB is nice. Patriot's been doing some really good stuff. You guys know Patriot's been around for a long time. They're really good products. This is their 6000 CL28 kit. Those of you who don't want to go and do some crazy timings on dies, a 6000 CL28 kit is a sweet spot. Now, obviously, 48 gig is also a sweet spot as well because you're not paying quite 64 gig pricing, but you can get some fast timings. I believe this kit was actually pretty well priced. I don't want to know, I can't remember what it was off the top of my head, but I think it was sub 600 for really fast time. I mean, considering how RAM pricing is, 600 bucks for really fast, tight timings, and also 48 gigs is a pretty good price point to be at. We do contact frames all the time. He doesn't need it. He's not gonna need a contact frame for this one. We like it more for some of the Intel, especially like 14th gen Intel. Contact frames are much better there. But for AMD, not necessarily. You don't need to replace the ILM with a contact frame. There it is, chat. There's our beautiful X870E carbon board. Again, we have the 9850X3D in the socket. Our standoffs are in place for the beautiful stage from TRYX. We have 48 gigs of 6000 CL28 RAM from Patriot and their Viper RGB. We have a 2 terabyte Crucial T710 Gen 5 with DRAM, NVMe SSD. Absolutely beautiful. We're gonna keep this apart because I'm not sure where the center standoff is gonna be in this beautiful APNX case. So we're gonna slide everything aside here for our motherboard. We're gonna put our TRYX pamphlet in the motherboard box. And we're gonna get working on this case. This box is big. What's up, hey GeForce, how we doing? Welcome in. This is a big case, chat. Looks clean, appreciate that, dad life. Why do you need so much power? 9050X3D will pull power, and we have a 5090. We're just putting, honestly, you want to have the most juice possible in case you want the overhead down the line, if you want to upgrade CPUs. Now, we did see the new V2 version of the 9950X3D had a little bit of a flop. We need to get some hands-on testing with people we know and trust before we can say it's a flop, but some of these CPUs will pull more juice down the line. And this also having, could you put like a 1,000 watt platinum? Sure. Now, potentially this CPU setup and GPU with all the fans, things like that, it could pull close to 850 watts. Putting yourself at that maximum plethora of having only 1,000 watts, just having a little extra, you know, he wanted to make sure. So we're gonna pretty much squat this case. This is a pretty heavy case. All right, there we go. Over the head, over the shoulder, there we go. I think it's like, how much does this weigh? How many kilograms? All right, 18.8 kg. What is that? What's 18.8 kg? I did lift with my back. Just threw it up on my back. I didn't lift with my knees. I know. I mean, why you need a 5090 and a 9050X3D? This is for max FPS possible. Well, 40 pounds, not too bad. I mean, it wasn't that. It's not super heavy. All right. I love that they use this. Brands, use the polystyrene instead of styrofoam. I'm pretty sure this is called polystyrene, I believe, the reusable foam. It's amazing, especially for system integrators like ourselves who want to reship stuff. Thank you. All right. Threadripper is the top chip. All right. This, as the title says on YouTube, this is for max FPS. Things like that. We posted it on YouTube because this system is built for FPS today. Not for multi-core functionality or needs. This is strictly for FPS today. It needs all the frames. Yeah, pretty much top of line CPU for FPS, top of line GPU. Now you're using a Founders card. Could you have gone to something like an Astral and potentially got a little bit more FPS out of it? Sure, but not for twice the cost. All right. This is a beautiful case, by the way, chat. Absolutely beautiful case. This is the APNX V2. I can feel the air coming through this case. It's like, almost like it was coming through the back and through the vents. I could feel it coming through the case. Holy big case. It's a big one. It's a big one. Yeah, exactly, dad life. How would you rate my 5700G, 40 gigs of RAM, and 9070 XT? Everything is great on that setup, minus the 5700G. What fans are we going with? We are going with 9050X3D does not outperform the 9850X3D. Threadripper's not good for gaming as well, yes. This 9850X3D is only using 8 cores. He's not gaming, streaming, needing that 16-core workload, so he is going with strictly going for FPS. All right. It's got a built-in RGB hub on the back. This thing is clean. Clean. The fans, it's already got fans on the bottom. So it comes pre-installed with 4 fans, chat. We have one right here, and if you tip it forward, you can see or actually I'll tip it backwards. You guys can see I'm gonna give you a front close-up too. You can see the bottom 3 RGB fans on the bottom of the case, right there. So it comes pre-installed with 4 fans. I'm not gonna use Leanly fans. No offense to Leanly. Their fans are super overpriced. But we're gonna do, I believe, fans here on the side, and we're gonna actually put the rad right here. So you can see we're gonna intake on the bottom, the sides, and we're gonna exhaust out the back and the top and the back. So I believe we can you run a 360 here. Yeah, you run 360 AIO here, so come down. And then we'll run, I believe we can run 2 140s here, or 2 120s here. You can even run 140s if you wanted to. It would look weird with the 120s, so we're gonna run intake off the side, exhaust at the top. So it'll be really, really, really good setup here. All right. Without further ado, obviously have to take the side panel off here. I'm gonna show you the back of the case as well. They pressure screwed these in. This is actually a 140 right here. It's a 140. There we go. There we go. I like how they include all these little rubber pieces, so the glass cannot chip. Like, big thing about transit, all these glass panels is that the glass panels, if they're touching each other, they can chip. They use these the great little rubber pieces all over the case, the top, the sides, to make sure the glass cannot chip on itself. Beautiful stuff. And this is a stunning case. This is gonna be one that we are gonna have available soon on the website as well. Built-in GPU support bracket on the back. Oh my God. The back, we have a built-in fan and RGB hub as well. You see that right there. AJ's been asking me to build in this case for a while because he likes it. Yeah, this is nice. I've always loved APNX's stuff. This is just like some good stuff. This is some clean, good looking stuff. How often we stream, Ant-Man? We stream every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday live here. I gotta move the box a little bit. That box is wide, so my knees are hitting it underneath the table. Actually, might move it out here in a second, but beautiful fans. APNX fans have been really good. We have 3 fans. I believe the bottoms are 140s as well. Shoosh. Let me make sure I don't have any 140 reverse fans that I can use here. Chad, give me 1 second. I want to see if I have any 140 reverse fans out here. If I have 140 reverses, we'll put them on the bottom over there, because we'll have all 140s and three 120s across the top. I don't think I have 140s in reverse, though. No, those are regular. Wait a second. It's a 120. It's a 120. Oh, we have 140. That's a Thermalright white 140s, not reverse. I don't think we have any reverse 140s right now, which is fine. It's a Fantex 140 normal. Those are all. Okay, we're gonna stay with the reverse fans we have from Arctic. So I've got Arctic reverse fans. We're gonna put 2 on the bottom right there to bring in air. So we'll have 3 140s and 2 120s bringing in reverse airflow. And then we'll have 3 120s across the top and 1 rear 140. So we have a little bit more positive airflow, which would be really good. APNX sounds like a euphemism? No. Claims he wants max, because a lot of these manufacturers and these gaming companies, okay, Anthem, I appreciate all the sarcasm and the critiquing. What I said originally when we started the stream, this is meant for somebody, yeah, He's questioning everything. He's doing it purposely for the interaction. This is going to somebody who's playing competitive FPS. He cannot run in a Linux environment. He has to run in a Windows environment for anti-cheat software. They don't test everything in a Linux environment. They're strictly going Windows 11 Pro with a very anti-bloatware system. No other software is getting installed other than literally just the TRYX Canali setup. His basic, all the drivers he needs, and all the video card drivers as well, which will probably be 591.86 from GeForce. Right now is one of the most stable ones. Everything's gonna be like that because this has been going to be for max FPS. Eventually down the road, we mess with the timings of the RAM, potentially go to 6000CL26. It's gonna be a 6000CL26, but we can mess with the secondary timings, things like that. We're gonna get the FPS he wants out of being something that's more stable, reliable, and not running in a Linux environment. There we go. I know. Thank you, Dark Helmet Taco. We get a lot of people who troll and don't know the full scenario, so I try to educate them on why reasons we chose these things. These are the reasons we did that. So, without further ado, let's get back into the build. And I don't mean any disrespect by that, but I just wanted to educate you on why we want these parts and components, because we did it for a reason. There's always reasoning behind the builds that we do. All right. Now they do have this really nice, I'm not gonna lie, they have a really nice RGB hub back here. I don't think we're gonna use it. And the reason why is we don't need it. It makes this back space a little too cramped. No offense to APNX, don't get mad at me for saying that. The back of this case is pretty cramped with these hubs. And me knowing the creator this is going to, he's not adding extra SSDs back here. He's not adding any RGB stuff. So we're going to take this out. If we get the screws all out. There we go. Granted, it's a very cool system, but all this extra right here, like this, that's a big piece of just metal that was literally on top of all the cables back here. You had to take it out because you got to get to this. Look at all the wires down there. So he's not going to use that, I know for a fact. So, like an extra in there means a weapon that does one thing. Mac OS wouldn't work. Linux, yeah. I thought that it has to be something that's also reliable with the ooh, this come out. Actually, I'm going to put this back in. I'm going to take these out, and I am going to put the back panel back in because the back panel comes out. I would just be collecting dust there, so I need to take this back plate off really quick. There we go. Back in. Here we go. Screw going in. There we go. That's all back in. All these will go back in the box. He's not going to use this hub. It's a bit overkill. So we'll connect. All their fans are already daisy chained. We have enough RGB on board. We don't need the hub or this 3.5-inch tray. We're going to use that there. All right. Let's get the motherboard installed next, chat. This looks like it's BTF compatible. Like there's a, yeah, I think you can actually do BTF on this. They just have the block off plates installed. That's pretty cool. You can see where the BTF would be. They have little plates where you can actually have BTF. Like you take the standoffs off and it probably holds the tray in place. Yeah, because you can see there's a gap right here. Yeah, that's pretty cool. So it looks like it's BTF compatible. Each Windows and a heartbeat for some stuff, but don't work on it. I didn't see all that. FE aesthetic, that's why the FE cards will look good with it too. It's gonna look good. Hard drive, extra clips, motherboard, there we go. Motherboard SSD uses standard 2.5 washer base to screw. All right. All the extra stuff's gonna go right here for a second for a motherboard. I need with this case, chat. This case is so big and bulky that it's actually getting in the way. Give me a second. I'm gonna put it over here on the side. He bumping it with my feet. All right. Let's get this motherboard installed. Now we got all this stuff out of the way. You can see here it's got a bunch of RGB in the bottom. We'll address that. But yeah, these are BTF. It's a BTF compatible board. It looks like it's just being held in by potentially the standoff screws are holding it in place. But it's definitely BTF compatible for sure. But all right, let's go top down. Beautiful case, absolutely beautiful case. For sure, it's absolutely stunning case. All right, let's go above. Sorry, I was replying to DMs. All right. We gotta hydrate real quick. We're getting ready to put this case in. Stock fans from the case. The stock 140s on the bottom are plenty. The stock 140s are great. We don't have to go crazy with like lean leaf fans. Like the end user, it doesn't care about the RGB as much as he wants like just pure performance. So the great thing about the fans we're using really good Arctic reverse fans on the side here. That will look pretty good with the APNX fans. And then we have the Nodas that are on the cooler, which are actually pretty much Noctua made fans for TRYX. So we're pretty good there. So let's get the motherboard down and in. Let's work on the install. Go. Good, good, good. I'm glad I did not put the cover on because I do need to access that main screw. Okay. Sorry to keep the wires from the fan are getting in the way back here. There we go. Good, good, good. Okay. There we go. Just shift this ever so slightly because the fan wires are getting in the way. Now we're good. So where am I getting the direct alignment? Yep. Reverse threaded fine. Good, good, good. All right, back to where we were. There you go. Get the carbon covers on. All right, a couple more screws here. Move on to our bottom fans, our power supply, things of that nature. We'll move on to our cooler. There we go, there's one there. Last one, these are bottom middle. There we go, all in there, perfect. Right. All right, there it is, looking good. All right, let's get our reverse fans. All right. All right, you get some of our screws. So many black screws out here. I'll bring a bunch of bags. All right, we'll use the ones that come with the fans. So the crazy part is the RGB header and the fan header are on different lines off these fans. So I'm just, what you see me doing right now is I'm just creating a small little zip tie close to the fans to keep the cable from being too obtrusive. So you feed these back over and in. Look at the angle of how these sit, because I want the be able to see the RGB over the silver. Yeah, you can only get two here. So we're gonna go right about there you go, right about there. Next time we'll probably get 140 reverses for the side. There you go. It's our first time building this case. It is a bit newer, so we'll know from now on moving forward the 140 to play. Here you go. All right, Gino, what was Gino in here? No, this is not, no. I would tell you if it was somebody in one of their PCs. Gino, come on now. There we go. All right. Front panel connections, RGB, things like that we're working on next. No. All right. There's a lot of cables down here. Holy RGB, holy fans. I'm gonna dial these in. All right, USBs, Type Cs. Okay, there we go. All right, let's start getting these connected. After this, we're going to do power supply. We're going to cool. Actually, we can do cooler. We can do cooler before power supply. Yeah, we might do that first. Power supply first, then cooler. I had a double take. I was like, wait a second. Let me know. Don't quote me on that yet. Yeah, we're going to do power supply first, then cooler. All right, we're hooking up our USB 3.0 header. It's hard to see. I need the light back here today, chat. Sorry about that. There we go. USB's in. We have Type C. Front panel connection, HD audio, it's going to go in next. I will say like the cable management and the guides and how they hide stuff in here is pretty nice. Because look at all the cables we have to kind of manage here in a minute. They do give you a pretty hefty amount, that's why they give you the hub. But the hub just makes it so messy. No offense to APNX, it just makes it a little too messy for my liking. So we'll dial that all in here in a few minutes. Just working on getting these. There's a 27 watt front panel USB Type C. There's a lot of juice on that front panel we can run. There we go. Okay. Front panel is going in next. Just want to dial these all in. Front panel is in. Front panel's in, there we go. HD audio. We're gonna get an RGB for the bottom here. And we're gonna run the RGB off the top for the side and the cooler. So two circuits RGB that they will all be connected through MSI's RGB programs and 80 SDKs, so they'll be good to go there. All right. Let me dial this in real quick. Okay. This is the onboard RGB. PWM. We're gonna clean this up really quick before we get this going any further. This is our fan header. Boom, it's in, okay. All right, I need to hit this madness. Really quick. With some, I need to hit all this with some tape. They got a lot of RGB down here. We're gonna dial this all in really quick. Okay. All right. Bazillion wires. It's gonna be a lot. Hidden Bull. It's gonna be a lot. Whoa, whoa, whoa. You get about Gino. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Don't make Daddy put you over his lap. Yeah, it's gonna be a crazy one. It's gonna be a good looking build when we're done. Don't worry about that, chat. So I'm hitting all. They have a bunch of daisy chains back here. They're not like the only way they're connected right now is just like the 5-volt connections. There's no like clips or anything like that. So I hit it with a little electric tape, just so it makes sure the connection stays secure in transit. That's what I'm just touching up right now, really quick. And then we're gonna work on dialing all these cables in. There's a bazillion back here. I'm gonna have to go get some. I'm gonna have to go get a couple of thicker zip ties before we start velcroing everything in. This is like a bazillion is an understatement. It's a bazillion for sure. There we go. It's our RGB. All right, maybe we have my, oh, actually I have a couple of thick zips right here, good. Get everything nice and tight, and then we're gonna manage this mess, manage this madness down here before we move on to the power supply. Okay. This was a jumble on the bottom show. We're working on it right now, chat. Sorry for the delay. Yeah, it's newer. It's only been out for a couple months now. Let's see how long it's been. But yeah, a couple months, I guess. Yeah. Maybe a month or two? I can't remember how long it's been now. Time flies, chat. Considering how messy this was, much better. So I have a little bit more dialing in to do, of course, but we're getting there. Before we move on to the power supply next, and then the cooler. Honestly, the big thing about this case is just kind of like dialing all these cables, because it's just it's a big mess back here, but much better than what it was, for sure. Okay. Okay. All right. All right. Crash, trash, trash. We get our excess, our excess screws on the motherboard in here. Boom, boom. Case screws as well. All right. Spin around. I mean, it's pretty clean for how chat. When I say it was messy back here. It looks so much cleaner than what it was. So I'll spin that around so you can see it. Ready to work on the power supply next. So it was messy back there, but it's not too shabby now. It's neater, for sure. All right. All right. Yeah, good zip ties are expensive, especially like ones like this. You want to get really thick ones, yeah. We use actually, if you guys have you're in the US, the really good ones are the 4-inch Harbor Freights. I think you can get like a 100 pack for like $2. But these 4-inch ones from Harbor Freight are actually the best we've ever used. They're really durable. They don't break. So we use the 4-inch zip ties. They're perfect for most PCs. How many fans are in this case? We have 3, 6, 9 fans. So you could run 2 140s here, which I think we'll do for the next one we do. Because there's a little bit of a gap right here, but it's not bad. 140s definitely fill this space a little bit more, and then we'll have a 360 across the top, which will be our exhaust. So we're exhausting on this 140 and then this 360 across the top. I don't think you could put a 420 here. Close. I don't think you can. You can't. It's not meant for it. What am I looking at? There's not even mounts for it. But power supply next, and then we're moving on to the cooler, chat. Need 17 fans? No. Stop it. All right. This power supply, 1200 watt power supply today, guys, from ASRock. It's actually their newer power supply, but absolutely killer. It's platinum. 1200 watt platinum, fully modular. It's got the sensory cable built in now on the 12 volt high power, so you're not cooking your CPU or you're cooking your GPU. It's just a really good cable or really good cooler. Power supply. Sorry, I'm thinking about the cooler because we're gonna do the cooler, and the cooler will be next. We'll leave all that right now. Put this power supply in. And it has a new sensory cable. So it has a sensor built in the 12 volt high power. So if it'll shut itself off if there's any kind of heat. There it is, Chad. Beautiful power supply. Get your Velcro, extra zip ties. Thank you, ASRock. The screws. All right. Get our pouch. Get our tester. Active duty cable. Oh, beautiful. Oh, they're gray. Ooh, it's gonna match even better. Ooh, I did not know they were gray, ASRock. Hello. I knew it. I wanted to match the entire build today. What am I talking about? Oh, those are sexy. Sorry. Yes, they are sexy. PCIe we do need for the bottom. Additional CPU where? SATA. CPU 2. That's gray is going to match with the other color. 12-volt high power with the sensory cable built in. Additional 12-volt high power, so you run 2 GPUs. And then we got our 24-pin main. There we go. All our cables are there. All our extra cables. And they go in the pouch. Man, gray cables with this build? Stints, what are you crazy. It's like he knew what he was doing. All right. All right. Get all the stuff out of the way, our box. And this is the Steel Legend Platinum. And again, it has the 12-volt high power, 2 12-volt high powers, 100% Japanese compators, APNX A+, APNX Platinum rating, 10-year warranty, eye cooling fan, and it's got the brand new NTC sensors built into the cables, so they don't cook themselves. So, did everything right on this one. Like hefty duty cable, power cable. Holy cow, too. All right, so working on these cables. Just cutting back here is just the twist ties holding everything together. These cables, whoo! You know what this reminds me of? Mod Mesh from Cable Mod. A very Mod Mesh type of vibe to it. All right, PCIe. CPU 1. CPU 2. Okay. All right, that's our PCIe power. It's on the bottom down here. It goes to the bottom of this. What's nice of being these are also like the flex cables, so that I can get a lot of my. It's hard to get down here into this little spot. This is the only thing I don't like about MSI boards right now is they do this. But the great thing about these cables is boom, it's like that. It's easy flex. ASRock is really good for the first, yeah. They come with a clear comb, which wouldn't look good, honestly. This is nice. The sensor built in, though, that's awesome. That's a W. It's a big W in chat from ASRock to have that sensor built in. With a green tip. I like things with the green tips. That's for those pew-pewers in chat. All right. 24-pin main motherboard will be next. The gray does look good. It matches a lot of the gray on the mag motherboard, or like on the mag up here is just a gray, and it matches the vibe of the aluminum finish. Like it'll match the founder's card really well too. So the big W's in chat for Stints for knowing these exact color schemes of this build today, down to a T. I don't even get the gray cable power supply. I mean to toot my own horn, but toot. Just kidding, chat. I'm kidding. Very sarcastic. There we go. Almost there, chat. Sorry, I'm just trying to get This cable's kind of pre-managed back here. We'll put the power supply in. Good, good. All right. CPU, CPU 1, CPU 2. This would be nice for going up and over here because it's a tight squeeze right here. Oh, this is neat. This is definitely neat. This is actually really cool. Check this out. That's cool. It's so you can run your cables up and over. It comes back down on top. That's pretty neat. Yeah, if they had black combs, it'd be perfect. And I don't know if this will fit like the extra black combs I have, but you don't see a lot of the combs, only right here, which a black comb would look pretty neat right there, but. Oh, 100%. Yeah, we've got some crazy ones coming in the pipeline, actually. Oh, it slides off? That's actually kind of genius. Comes back down, sits into the tray. It's a thumb screw too. Thumb screw, but they over tighten the thumb screw, so you have to tighten it with loosen it with a screwdriver. But that's neat. That's a clean look. Keeps the cables in check. And then on top of that, we've got zip tie spots right here to keep the cables in check. Because we need to, because guess what? That's where our cooler is going to sit. So we're going to make sure it's super in check for sure, for show. Makes even more sense. We got to do this. All right, there's a zip tie here. Keep all these cables in check. Good, good. Snip the zips. Okay. All right, let's see what the fun part, chat, is the cooler next. You're up in the cooler. You're gonna put the power supply in, and then we gotta get the cooler in. The cooler is gonna sit right above the power supply here. And it's really interesting design because it sits like right above the power supply. So you gotta get everything really neat and tidy. So I'm going to start plugging in the stuff for the power supply in the back right here, and we're going to plug it in, and we're going to work on the cooler next. I know for a fact, Dom would hate this case. Dom would be like, don't ever give me this case again, Stints. I can hear him already. It's definitely tricky. It's a tricky one, chat, for sure. I mean, it slides. It's going to fit really well, actually. It's not that. It's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. For sure, it's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. Cool feature. They're thinking everything. I mean, that was a cool feature. Everything they're doing on this case is really well thought out. Definitely super premium, for sure. Like, super premium. But APNX has been doing that. They've already the same brand. If you guys know what Haven falls under the same ownership umbrella. So if you guys like the Haven cases, this is like kind of like APNX's like entry into the super premium, you know? Oh, their version 2 of it, but yes. I think I have an APNX. AJ, are you in chat? What's the other APNX case we have right now? That's really, really high end. We have an extra one here. It's ready for a build. Can't remember which one it is. case used to come with razor sharp edges, you have to build it without touching the edges like a surgeon. Yeah, I could see that. Because everything's rounded now. It's really nice, really well finished. Maybe just their initial tooling was having issues, like QC issues. I could see that. I mean, they're a newer brand, but I mean, like everything and the people that I know over at APNX, they're serious about the quality of their components. So I'm going to say it out loud. I think most people know, but a lot of the really good people that worked inside the US Deep Cool in the past, for like the product development, the marketing team, stuff like that, a lot of their team actually went over and worked for APNX. And that's because Deep Cool, well, their parent company got them, pretty much made them lose their jobs here. And they're such a good team that they needed a really good place to go work for, a good company to go work for. And APX, or Pro Gamers Group, is like, hey, you can come work for us. And the ownership group there is really really nice people. You guys are Tom, is one of the owners over at that, is really, really good. So they make really good components. They're in it for the long haul, you know. They want to take pretty much what they were building at like the Deep Cool and make it even better. And I think you're going to see a lot of stuff from the Pro Gamers Group that owns a lot of these smaller little companies. They own like Ducky, they own APNX, they own Haven, they own AeroCool. You're going to see a lot more stuff coming from this brand in the next few years. They're like, holy cow, man, they're killing it because they've got a lot of cool stuff in the pipeline. There's me seeing it from personally at CES and knowing the caliber of the team that's behind them of what they want to do. They've got some really cool stuff coming to you guys. We'll like, hopefully we'll continue to see us build with here on the channel. Okay. I'm trying to dial all the cables in back here before we get the cooler in. Just less work in the long run. All right, this information on the case reminds me of Deep Cool. The crazy part is, if you guys, I believe when I talked to one of the developers of who made a lot of the cases for Haven. Haven, I think, actually hired one of the old tooling people from Fractal. I believe from Fractal, like the designers from Fractal, I believe is what I remember hearing. Don't quote me on it, but I'm pretty sure they hired someone from Fractal. And I have one of the brand managers, I believe, from Deep Cool. So they have a similar look and feel, but very premium, ultra premium for sure. All right, how are we looking so far, chat? D-Gaming, Gamer, thanks for the follow. Corey, Cable Manager View, give you that second. Fotis, Papadoulis, and Brendan Games, thanks for the follows over here on Twitch. Atlas and Patrick over on YouTube, along with D-Gaming Gamer. Thank you guys for the subs over on YouTube. All right, you want to see the cables. I'll get to the cables. Pretty clean so far. I'm going to tidy up a little bit more, but definitely pretty neat considering how, if you guys saw the original part of this case, it was pretty messy back there. But pretty clean so far. We're getting there in good time. Yeah, these are 140s on the side, AJ. I think we do like two 140s on the side for the intake on the bottom 140s. And by the way, the platinum with the gray cables goes like next level, AJ. I 100% thought of that. Like 100% was me thinking about that. Yeah. All right. Get the stage out. Oh, that's cool. And the cable's right here. Where do you want it? Dead center? Like that? No. You couldn't do it. Oh, you probably could do a 420 on the side. Yeah. Really wanted to. What do you think? Right here? Dead center? Or offset more here. I think dead center to fill the void. Yeah, right about there. That's the spot right there. Dead center, yeah. It sits there. It's like sitting on the power supply. There's actually still room-ish to run cables, which is crazy to think about. Before we get started, I want to run this though. This will be the fun part, AJ. Boop. Will it fit? Oh, it fits perfect right there. All right. Oh, I need I need a be quiet screwdriver for this one. Do I have one over here still? I used to. There it is. Sweet. Yep, there it is. Boop. That's fine. I know where it fell. Boop. It's probably easier to have off right now while we're doing this part. We run cables and tuck stuff through. All right, so I need to run the PWM. It's actually really, I mean, this makes it dumb, like stupid dumb and easy. It's crazy. Pump will be next. Okay. So let's get this mounted now. I just wanted to run that cable. This is a ridiculously stupid forward case design that's brilliant, that works. It's different and it works, and I love it. Yeah, I'll box it at 5090. It's going to be a founder's card, so it's going to be a little different, because you're like, oh, wait a second, that's not ASUS or MSI packaging or Gigabyte packaging. It's straight on. I don't need your love. Sorry, I listen to the song on, I play music over on Twitch chat. Sometimes I get in the beat while I'm building and just boop, vibe out. We got a good vibey one right now. Where is the, there it is. I'm tucking in the RGB cable. The only other cable that's gonna be hard to run after this is gonna be just the USB Type-C video. That's gonna be too hard. All these Velcro straps got tucked to each other in here. There we go. Okay. Tuck in the RGB. And then get the rest of the cooler connected, and then we're onto the GPU already. Well, rest of the cooler in the GPU, but we're making good progress. Boom. There it is. Good, good, good. Okay. Good, good, good. All right. Wow. Yeah. Let's get the rest of this rad in. Boom. All right, I need to get this screw that fell over here. Where'd you go? There it is. All right, we're gonna top down. We're next gonna work on the pump really quick, chat. Looks clean. It's gonna be bright. Ow. Just impaled my head on the side of the case, most likely. But it didn't, but felt like I did. All right, next is gonna be the pump. So we're gonna go top down. Hold on. I gotta figure out how this sits. Hold on, chat. I just did it the other week. Goes. Yeah, so it has to sit on the bottom like this. Okay. It's fresh pad already applied. We're gonna check it with the thermals, then reapply AO3 if needed. We'll get this wire out and loose for a second. Tighten this up. So the other pre-applied pad of AO1, I'm going to test it versus what we usually apply. So I just built one of these the other day. That's on testing. I actually dommed it yesterday. So I'm going to test a fresh patch with the X versus this, and see how their pre-applied like dots are on the back versus a fresh like X. We're going to test it. All right. Cable. strictly for the pump. Zip tie right there. All right. Second shot. Once done, chat, I'm just grabbing some zip ties around these wires, make it look clean as we can. Hide a lot of the wiring, perfect. Okay, good. All right. Oh, holy moly. All right. We're going to put the stage on. Literally, it's a stage. Wait, the stage is SATA power now? Wait, when? No way. When did they go SATA power? It wasn't SATA power last week. AJ, they added a SATA power for the stage. We literally built the stage Monday. Wait, when did we build the stage? Last week on stream, guys? It didn't have SATA. Now it does. Interesting. We're getting some fun gadgets real soon, yeah. Yeah, it's new. Man, SATA, why can't we get some Molex? I see what you guys did there. Not a big deal. I could literally run the SATA cable in like 2 seconds while you have this built right now, but it's just like, wait, what? Because it wasn't before. Okay, good. I don't want this cable coming and showing itself, so I'm trying to just tuck it in. There we go, good. Snip that there. They must have just added that. I mean, we got a fresh, literally a brand new one from TRYX, so. Directly from TRYX, so we'll see. I just have to run another cable, which I didn't expect to do, but not a big deal. Luckily, its SATA's right here. Like, literally, it's right in front, so. That's one. One more cable here. Plug it in, run the SATA line, and then onto the GPU, onto the thickness, the thunkage. All right. Did not expect that to run SATA, but hey, here we go. It probably just runs additional power so it doesn't like bog. That's what I can think of, but. I'll have to ask Miguel over at TRYX the thought process behind it, so he'll know, he'll tell me. There we go, all in there. Wrong one. There we go, that's that. Let me grab a SATA cable really quick, chat. PCIe, where's SATA. There's SATA, boom. Okay. All right. I'd say you'll also have SATA now ran in case you ever would need it, but I didn't expect that to run a SATA. All right. Okay. All right, SATA's in, cooler's in. We'll put our cover back on and we'll put the GPU in next, chat. We're onto the GPU. I'll show you the cable madness that is the rear. It's actually not that bad. I just said that because I'm just being dramatic, but not too bad at all. While I show you that, I will put this back on, our little cover here. Just hides everything, amazing. Crazy thought process. Again from TRYX. Sorry, from TRYX, from APNX. So clean. Okay, I'll pull that. Cooler's nice. It's actually got support underneath from the tubes. Not like they're touching it, but they're right there. It's locked in place, nice and supportive. Man, this is good. It's such a good looking build. All right, let's get the GPU next. I'll have to adjust the. I need a small screwdriver. Give me 1 second, chat. I need a small screwdriver. Get the 5090 out. All right, guys, give me 1 second. I'll grab we have a little ratchet screwdriver. It's a trick for when we have these issues. Put a Phillips bit on a Phillips bit on a ratchet. All right. I'll show you what I mean here in a second. We'll take the GPU out. I gotta text somebody real quick. Go on. All right. That's what I have. It's only so I can adjust the pitch of the, it's the GPU support bracket. Just gonna bring it down a little bit. I think the card's gonna be right here where it's at, so I gotta bring it down. There we go, all the way to the bottom. That little thing is, it comes in a pinch. We have it already always built and in the shop in case we need it for that. A ratchet, literally a little micro ratchet. All right, there it is, chat. Looking good. Stage box out of the way. Get the 5090 founders out, all right? Oh my God, it's heavy. You're like, what is this? Well, this is what the good old 5090s come in, right from NVIDIA. Pretty ugly, right? All right. Oh, I've got to pull the tab and it doesn't even break. Part of eco packaging. There we go. Supposed to be these pull tabs, and of course, they never work. Same thing with this one. Supposed to be able to pull all the way down and across the entire box. There we go. Now it's working. There we go. All right. Eco-friendly, recyclable packaging. There it is. Looks like a big dog bone. Big old dog bone. It is a big, heavy dog bone at that. We ship it with actually just a dog bone and the other parts separate. That way this big packaging is not included in the box because it's just already massive to begin with the PC shipment. We do pull the 5090 out just for safekeeping. Boom. Boom. Give a dog a bone. Shoosh. There's chat. There's your big old honkin' 5090 founders. Shout out to GeForce. Thank you for NVIDIA. Thank you for letting us be a GeForce partner here at Sensebuilt. We also can get a lot of the nice Pro cards. Your DJI Sparks as well, things like that. Yeah, we do have that. So we are a big NVIDIA partner here at Sensebuilt. But there she is. Chungus. All right, let's get ready to put it in chat. Two slots. That's all she needs. That's why we're going to use that GPU support bracket. It should fit right there. Then you can pivot it as well. There are two brackets out the back. Our two PCIe tab slot covers here. 1, 2. There they go. Put it in the box. In the motherboard box it shall go. All right. Founders looks good. Founders are going to match the build aesthetic pretty well today too. Because it's like black. They're like full on black. Look really nice. So, all right, chat, here we go. In with the Chungus. Make sure everything's sliding in. 3, 2, 1. Not much of a dunk on this one, but she's in. There it is. There's the thunk. All right. It's off angled at first. We're in. Wow, really good support from the I've always really loved the carbon board. I feel like a lot of the newer X870s, the Maxes, even Gigabytes boards, they've all gotten really good, more supportive PCIe slots reinforced on the PCB layer with aluminum. So I mean, that doesn't really move. On top of that, we're going to have this really nice. Actually, I'm going to adjust this right now so it's ready to go. When I put the GPU in, it's right on top. Nowhere near the fan, perfect. On the outside, hit my little ratchet. Oh. Nope, no fans in it, good. Make sure the fan blades are clear, they are. Nice and secure on the side, tighten the bottom spot down. There you go. Nice GPU support bracket built in. Spin this sideways so you can see it more. You're ready to put the cable in. Right in there, she is. There it is, chat. There is our Chungus build today. The monster 5090 9850X3D, 48 gigs of 6000 CL20, 2 terabyte Gen 5 drive, all the goodies, and a behemoth. There it is. You guys ready? 2 sticks. 2 sticks. You want dual channel. One second, chat. I'm just going to pull this cellophane off the cooler. There we go. The stage is beautiful. Man, that cooler is something. Let's turn it on. We're going to turn it on, don't worry. You guys ready? Exclamation point, light it up in chat. We have that on Twitch. We have a lot of commands, little things like that on Twitch. If you've got following on our Twitch, check out the links on our bios, stuff like that. If you're on Kick, YouTube, stuff like that, check it out. That being said, let's get ready to light up this beautiful PC. And it's going to go to the Falcons organizations for PUBG, Mr. Shrimsy. All right, let's ready to light it up, chat. This is the USB ISO file. So this will be installation of Windows, just so we can get right into Windows. We will pass all the prompts. It might hang up on like a prompt. I'm just gonna put the back panel on, the black, so you kind of don't see the transparent see-through stuff. We're just gonna put this back on the back, make it look a little cleaner, and we're gonna light it up. Man, the whole back panel is literally mesh. Such good airflow. It's gonna have perfect airflow. This is an absolutely stunning PC. Let's get ready to light it up. Let's go. This is a customer build. Yep. All our builds we build usually on stream are for customers. All right, guys, let's light it up. Let's go. No 17 fans.
Holy cow, that thing is pretty, huh, chat? Oh, man. Needs more fans? No, it's got enough fans, Corey. We've got 6 fans that you see right there, and there are 3 below. You can see the bottom of the case is glowing from the RGB. So it's plenty of RGB. Super clean. Quiz, is it $25 overkill for 1440 streaming and gaming PC? It's about $2,000. That's good. That's solid. I'm not sure where you are, Quiz, but we do builds. Exclamation point, let's build. I don't know if you're on YouTube, you can check out the links in the comments before. All the builds that we see here, we build for our customers here. I've been doing this on Twitch for 7 years, building PCs. So you guys can come over and check it out. We're a Twitch partner over there. So you guys are on Twitch. You guys know. You guys are here. We got 70 of us over here on Twitch watching PCs being built. But we build for a lot of the top creators and streamers. People want something more premium. That's what we do. There's a lot of other builders out there who just do something that's kind of turn and burn. We're more premium, more about aesthetic, quality, components, things like that. So that could be like a cyber power, any of those power things you see. That's not us. We try to build really good quality PCs for everybody. So check it out. That being said, we're gonna go raid somebody over on Twitch. Sue was hanging out on Twitch. We can go raid today. Any of our partners or any of our creators that we work with. Let's see who's live. Dad Life is editing fishing videos. Jessica Zam is playing Tarkov. Who else is live? Live channel you think we like? Let's see who we're following. Who's live that we know? Who is live? Let's see who we can raid today. Chats. Let's see who we can raid today. Oh, who can we raid today? Valiant's about to go live. He's not live yet. Let's go hang out with... You want some high energy, chat? Here we go. I'll give you high energy. You're hanging out with Dingers. Over on... He's playing some Rebirth. Guys, you know who he is? He's got two stints built. It's both streaming PC and his gaming PC are stints built PCs. Go hang out with Dingers today. Like I said, he's just hanging out. Playing some Rebirth, most likely. He's #1 Rebirth athlete, as he says. High energy, high octane. He goes crazy with all the stuff. Ding. D-I-N-G-E-R. Because he's a baseball player. I think not but a collegiate baseball player. You know, hit dingers, hit like when you're playing baseball. So, yeah, go check him out. Usually has high energy, high octane. Again, he's on 2 stints builds. So I got to support the community. If you're always streaming and stuff like that and you're own stints built PCs, make sure to let us know. Because we'll try and raid you when we can. So go hang out with him. Have a great rest of your day. I will see you guys Friday. Another beautiful PC build. All white out PC build on Friday. So you guys want to see that 9850X3D to 5070 Ti whiteout build? Sheesh. It's not a $5,000 PC he's got. He's got like a $2,000 PC. So come over, hang out with us. I'll see you guys Friday. Have a great rest of your day. Much love, guys.
I gotta head out of town. Catch this stuff for me, bro. Games together soon, man. Leave. 100